Let's just do one more reading. Page 646 2, the Flower Adornment Sutra. Sutra. In each and every thought, they see all Buddhas appear in the world. In each and every thought, they see infinity boundless powers of self-mastery of all Buddhas, vast and great powers of self-mastery, powers of self-mastery free of attachment, powers of self-mastery free of obstruction, inconceivable powers of self-mastery, powers of self-mastery that purify all living beings, powers of self-mastery that establish all words, powers of self-mastery that manifest ineffably in many languages, powers of self-mastery that are ever responsive, powers of self-mastery that abide in irreversible spiritual powers, powers of self-mastery that expand the boundaries of the Dharma realm, leaving nothing unsaid, powers of self-mastery that bring forth Samantabhadra Bodhisattva's boundless vision, powers of self-mastery that hear and uphold the proper Dharma of infinity Buddhas by means of unimpeded hearing consciousness, powers of self-mastery that allow a single body in full lotus posture to pervade the interactions throughout the infinite Dharma realm, without grounding any line being, and powers of self-mastery that completely realize infinite dharmas of the three periods of time by means of perfect wisdom. That's the sutra. The page 642. Another sutra, 635. Disciples of the Buddha, when bodhisattvas and mahasattvas make dedication this way, they anchor themselves in bodies as infinitely equal, as impure as the Dharma realm. They anchor themselves in speech as infinitely equal and impure as the Dharma realm. They anchor themselves in the mind as infinitely equal and pure as the Dharma realm. They anchor themselves in bodhisattva practice and vows infinitely equal and pure as the Dharma realm. They anchor themselves in assemblies at all sides of awakening as infinitely equal and pure in Dharma realm. They anchor themselves in pure wisdom as infinitely equal as the Dharma realm, with which they extensively expound the Dharma to all bodhisattvas. They anchor themselves in bodies as infinitely equal as the Dharma realm, with which they can enter all worlds throughout the Dharma realm. They anchor themselves in fearlessness as infinitely equal as the Dharma realm, which is pure, radiant, without dharma. They can forever run the nets of double of all living beings with a single voice and accord with the potentials and inclinations of living beings. Bodhisattvas inspired them to rejoice and to abide and surprise them with scientific wisdom, powers, fearlessness, spiritual power, self-mastery, and the transcendent dharma of vast merit. The steps of the Buddha, this is the Bodhisattva's Mahasattva's 10th dedication, the dedication that is infinity as the Dharma realm. So that's it. Let's just read the sutras here.